Hi, Kurt. Hey, where's Waldo? Yes, the famous black screen. I think the black screen creates, a intimate environment. I'm gonna start this off with about 15 seconds because I don't understand Judge John Broden. I fucking don't get him. And what the fuck is wrong with his mother? I don't get it. I don't understand him. I try, but he's a little fucking snake. All right. So this is from my attorney, Alan Siernick, the guy that is deaf, who fucking, didn't tell me about the fact that he was deaf. Okay, dear Kyle, attached, please find a copy of the court's order issued under date of January 7th, 2019. Yesterday. Hey, if anybody needs to talk to me, pigpen638 at gmail.com. I must admit, so this is coming from a licensed bar member in the state of Indiana who's been a bar member, I think, for going on 20 years. So just keep that into context because I'm not a bar member. I didn't understand it on October 6th of last year. I fucking still don't understand it. If I have a moderator in here, can somebody post my email, please? Just hold on a minute there, Kurt. So, okay, so I is coming from my a lawyer. I must admit, it was not what I was expecting, and quite frankly, is a little more confusing. Now, coming from a licensed bar member of, I believe, 20 years, I'm not sure on that. It would appear that the court, meaning Judge John Broden, has affirmed, meaning affirmed is, they've confirmed, we're not going to change anything. That's what I thought that means, but maybe I need to look up what the fuck that means because there's more I don't even know. Has affirmed the previous order, the previous entered workplace protective order against you. Okay, so you have a licensed attorney who doesn't get it. I don't get it. Okay, nobody but Larry Ambler, who's dead, who is the original magistrate back in 2018, October 6th of 2017. Excuse me. My dates are wrong. Who conspired with St. Joseph County Attorney Jamie Woods at the behest of the CIA to create a clearly unconstitutional order. Shelly, can you post my email, please? pigpen638 at gmail.com. Pigpen638 at gmail.com. Pigpen638 at gmail.com. Thank you. Okay, so, and then he goes on to say, I can't help but believe that the county will file some sort of objection, and the court never did rule on my motion to withdraw from a representation of your interest. Okay, so the court is basically saying, fuck my attorney, fuck me, fuck Jamie Woods, and I'm gonna try to weasel my way out of this and not get sued or get, disbarred and have my law license taken away and, be put in federal prison. Basically, that's what that means. Okay, so the order, I still don't fucking understand the order, okay? So just keep in mind, the order I have in my hand is a modified order. Now, it doesn't say that this is a modification of an order, but the words are differently, the placement, the language, it's clearly a modified fucking order from the previous order I have on October 6th of 2017. Okay, now here's the problem. Now, somebody who's an actual lawyer, or who knows Indiana law a little better than I do, because I hate Indiana law. Federal law, I know. A state law is complicated, and I don't even tend to know some shit. But it would seem to me that I, the respondent, and the only one who can call for a hearing for a modification of said original order. Now, if I am wrong, can somebody please send me some case law, a IC code, something that would make that summation incorrect? Okay? Now, if I'm correct, then that means that my Fifth and 14th Amendment right of due process was violated, because I, the defense, and my attorney, he's still my attorney of record, have the right to have a hearing of any modification. Okay, that's just the law. And there was no hearing. The judge, basically, he walked back the order so it's not so unconstitutional. It's still unconstitutional, but it's not quite as bad. He took out the entire county. He took out some things. He should have squashed the entire order and, done it properly, but he didn't. Okay, so let me see if I can make some sense of this, because I fucking don't get it. Okay, the court. Okay, the court orders. A defendant is prohibited from further violence or threats against employee John Butler. John Butler is an employee of the St. Joesph County Board of Commissioners office. And basically, how all this shit got started off back in 2017 was I went in, I believe in fucking August or September, to, I believe it's the 7th or 8th floor of the county city building, to get some documents or to request some. I believe I went in there to request a video recording of some sheriffs violating my rights in the courthouse. And I observed John Butler, who through my fucking going on, I'd say about 15, 20 years of experience upon identifying governmental agents, identified John Butler as a governmental agent. So I took a photograph, and he was unaware of it. He doesn't have to be aware of it. We were in public. I was not in a restricted access place. It was perfectly legal for me to do what I did, and in the county city building, I can take my phone in there. I just can't take it, down the tunnel and through into the courthouses. That's a no-no. And I have a lawsuit about that, actually. But anyway, so basically, then I posted on Facebook, and I think I put a caption or something, governmental agent or something, John Butler. And that's all I did. And I didn't actually send it to John Butler. I didn't do anything to engage the statute they're charging me under. 34, I'll find it eventually. But, and so then somehow Jamie Woods, who's acting at the behest of the Central Intelligence Agency. So something else, before you guys start calling me crazy and all, I want anybody to find a law, state, federal, I don't even fucking care if it's common law, natural law, I don't even care if it's from Mars. You find me something, a law, a statute, an act, case law, Sanskrit, sandstone, I don't give a fuck. Find me something where a clandestine governmental agent who is working for the CIA, DOD, etc. Find me something that would, number one, outline and process for somebody such as myself claiming that individuals are CIA agents, okay? You can look and look and look, and unless your Google and your, Alexis Nexus are better than the ones I've had access, you will not fucking find it, and I've looked, I've searched, and I've looked, and I've not found it. Furthermore, that there are no consequences for a governmental agent, such as working for the CIA, illegally operating on U.S. soil. Like, there's no consequences. If they get caught, they may get fired, but there is no law or act that says, hey, you can't fucking do that. And if you do fucking do that, here's what'll fucking happen to you. Kind of like rape, murder, drug dealing, theft, there is a crime and a statute and a penalty and a process for every other allegation in the world that you could make but mine. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So getting back to the order, okay, so they identify that one of the people so far is John Butler, who is a protected person. Okay, now that I understand. I disagree upon how we've arrived here, but I understand this so far. Okay, you and me, John Broden, we're together right now. I get you, hairpiece. Okay. So that's going to be 5, and then we're going to go subsection A. Okay, now 5, and specifically, it is ordered that the defendant, yours truly, now subsection A, shall not batter or stalk the employee and other protected persons. I'm already confused. John Broden, you fucking lost me. I don't fucking get it, okay? I'm already lost. Now, shall not batter or stalk the employee. Okay, that I get because it's identified that John Broden is the employee. I understand. But then this last part fucking confuses me. And other protected persons. Well, wait a minute, Judge. You're telling me that there's more protected people? What the fuck is wrong with your fucking dead mother, John? This is not how you write a court order. Nobody can understand this. My attorney, who's a licensed bar member, he doesn't get it. I don't get it. Moving on to shit I don't understand. Okay, subsection B, shall not follow or stalk the employee. Now, what he should have done, he should have cited the IAC code for stalking, but he's a hairpiece, and, all of the fake hair follicles get deep in the synapses, and they cause, a synapse misfiring. Thus you create a fucking, dumb fucking politician who, I'm gonna take your law license, John. I'm gonna fucking take your fucking law license. There's a conflict. I'm gonna fucking take everything you own, bitch. Moving on. Okay. So we're still on a subsection B. I shall not follow or stalk the employee and other protected persons to or from the place of work. Okay, I understand that. Okay, so we're back on board together. I understand that. C, shall not follow the employee. I understand that, but I do not understand other protected persons during the hours of employment. So who are these people? Like, do they exist? Do they exist of a cellular, level? Are they ghost farts? Are they fairy dust? Is this, like unicorn shit? Like, who are these people? I don't even know who these people are. Other people, Hey, it's kind of like we have these smoke and we got these things on the grassy knoll. Who are these people? Good God. Okay. Subsection D, shall not telephone or send correspondence to the employee. So that means if I call the Board of Commissioners office for business and, John Butler just happens to answer, then I'm in violation of the order. And thus it's, violating my First Amendment right to access to information. Also violating the preamble to the Constitution, that every American has, contractual interest in their government. See, here's the deal, folks. You guys are starting to finally understand what I've understood for fucking, since I was fucking 19 years old. My first court case, I believe, at 19. What I've understood for fucking almost 16 years. The Constitution does not apply in St. Joseph County. It's a document that they reference when it is convenient for them, when I or somebody else brings up a valid constitutional or legal argument. It's fucking, put down the fucking shitter, and it is then, taken to the sewage treatment plant on, I believe that's a Riverside Drive, I think. Let me see here. Okay, shall not telephone or correspondence. Okay, I can't send anything to the Board of Commissioners office, to the employee, or protected. Okay, see, here we fucking go again, John. What the fuck is wrong with your mother? And other protected persons. Who are these protected people? Who are they? Section 5 here says John Butler. Who are these people? Who are these people? We don't even know who they exist. Who are these people? Fucking John Broden, you dumb fuck. John, I would advise you to start signing up for governmental assistance, because I'm gonna make you fucking poorer than I am, bitch. You dumb motherfucker. Thank you, though. Thank you for giving me more proof that you're acting outside your judicial fucking capacity, thus making you riper than a fucking August tomato in the province of, Italy for fucking civil litigation. Thank you, John. Okay. So, and then it says, subsection E, shall not enter the workplace of the employee and other protected, what? Oh, I'm really confused now, John. You can't even I don't know what this means. Okay, subsection E, see if you guys understand this, as written, by the way. Shall not enter the workplace of the employee and other protected hours of employment. I don't understand what that means. Can anybody else explain this to me? I'll read it again. Subsection E, shall not enter the workplace of the employee. Okay, that I understand, but I disagree with. And other protected hours of employment. I don't know what that means. Can somebody explain to me what that means? Is that Swahili? Does that mean I can fuck your dead mother, John? I don't understand what that means. Somebody help me! I'm losing my mind! I don't know what that means! Okay, moving on to F. Other, in parentheses, specify, another parentheses. So there's two parentheses and one colon. You understand me so far? Okay. Some of you, I know, are getting a little chafed. I understand. Go lubricate yourselves and maybe come back and watch this later. Okay. So, subsection F, others specify, two parentheses and a colon. All contact from the defendant regarding legitimate St. Joseph County business shall be directed to the head of courthouse and building security. Now, I'm going to stop right there. That person is a defendant, Todd Shepard, who is a defendant in federal active lawsuit 3:18-CB-54. And I have Todd Shepard on audio recording refusing me access prior to calling. Meaning that I called, not prior to calling, but, calling him, and then he said, well, you can't come in the building because you're not nice to me. So just keep this all into context. Keep everything I'm saying into a rolling context, if that makes any sense to you people. Okay, prior to contacting any employee or other protected persons. Once again, John, I don't understand. Who are these other protected people? It says in Section 5, John Butler. But who are these other people? Like, who are these other people? Ugh. I need a fucking, a goddamn break. Okay, or other protected persons. Don't know who they are, John. So appropriate arrangements can be made to prevent disruption of office activities. Okay, see, if anybody is starting to catch on here, they as in the county, and you'll see this blatantly in every 50 states and in Puerto Rico, even in Guam because of the U.S. territory, where they will do this generic fucking narrative of well, Joe Jablonski, he was loud, or Joe Jablonski, he gave us the finger, or Joe Jablonski cursed at us. But they won't give a date and a time. They won't, cite the specific allegations that are against any law, by the way. They won't say anything that's illegal. They will phrase it so it sounds horrifying. It sounds like you go into a Walmart and you walk out and you don't have your goddamn eggs. That's a horrible situation. I've been there, done that. Horrible. But there's been nothing that's been illegal. See, that's the whole problem I have upon this civil protective bullshit. None of what I've done is illegal. Like, not one thing I've done is illegal. So keep that in mind, too. That's important for the whole, tying this all together. Okay, blah, 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 okay. A legitimate business does not include loud or disruptive outbursts. What loud or disruptive outbursts? See, they is in the county, when I get them on the, in a situation where I depose them, they can't give me one instance of a date and a time and somebody who was offended by anything I said or how they allege that I said or acted. They make all these grandiose fucking, general, generic things, but none of it occurred. None of it occurred. Now, I have questions for what I just read. Now, I understand, all that's broken up, so I'll read it again so you guys can, digest this. All contact from the defendant regarding a legitimate St. Joseph County business shall be directed to the head of courthouse and building security, defendant Todd Shepard, prior to contacting any employee or other persons, or entering the workplace of any employee or other protected persons who we don't know who the fuck they are, by the way. So appropriate arrangements can be made to prevent disruption of office activities. Legitimate business does not include loud or disruptive outbursts or any other activity disruptive of office activities. Okay, now here's my question. So that means if I have a court date, and I have a court date coming up in St. Joseph County, that means if I show up and do not call defendant Shepard, then that means I'm in violation and can be subject to another contempt proceeding. That's how I interpret that. So then I can't go to court then. See, every time I've been to court, that violates the order. So keep that in mind. So basically then, I don't have access to anything in the Board of Commissioners office because, God forbid John Butler answers and I'm calling for a legitimate business, then that means that this order has been violated. So that means I violated the order. And if any of you know me, I was born loud. I was born disruptive, just talk to my fucking creators. They'll fucking tell you that I am a pain in the ass. I could get over 100 people, well, maybe not that many, but at least 15 to 20 people who know me very well on a witness stand who will testify that I am the largest pain in the ass ever. I'm loud, I yell and scream in everyday life. So you can't, you can't change who I am to fit a fucking, court order. That's not how that works. I was born loud, I was born disruptive. So if you don't want me to be loud or disruptive, now I contend that I've never been loud or disruptive. But if I have, or if I may in the future, then that means that your beef is not with me. Your beef is with my creator, God, and the CIA who poisoned my womb back in 1982. That's who you need to talk to. Don't be talking to me. Talk to them, John. Not to me. Talk to your handler, John. All right. Subsection. Okay, so section 6, subsection A of section 6. Uh-oh, there's sirens. They're gonna come arrest me. Oh, shh. Oh. Oh, no, I'm just going by. Oh, it's a false alarm. Woo! Sweating. Defendant is ordered to stay at least 100 yards away from the following persons and places. Okay. I understand, but I disagree. In parentheses, the addresses of the places are optional and may be kept confidential. So that means they don't even have to tell me where I'm not supposed to be. Like, this is insane. This order is created of disappearing ink, I think. God. The federal court and the Indiana Judiciary Committee, they're going to have a field day with this because they're going to ask Judge John Broden some of the same questions I'm asking. Like, this is fucking nuts. Okay. Oh, God, my head hurts. Okay, section 6, subsection A, subsection, I guess you could call it 6A1, a subsection of, I guess, subsection A, employee and other protected persons. Okay, now John Butler, so keep in mind, he was identified in section 5. Okay, that I understand. I disagree with it, but I understand it. Okay, there's a difference between understanding or not understanding and then disagreeing upon something. All right. Okay, so it says John Butler. I understand that. Now, employees and attorneys of St. Joseph County. So again, that means all employees of St. Joseph County. So that means that I can't go to the airport because that's a county-owned property. I can't go to some hospitals because they receive county funding. I can't go to the clerk's office, etc., etc., etc. I can't go to public meetings, even though that violates the Indiana Open Door law. I can't do anything that is prescribed by the Constitution, state, federal, or by actual statute because Judge John Broden is clearly working for the CIA and could have done the right thing but has refused to because he's obviously... See, folks, here's the legal standard. Okay? This is clearly unconstitutional. I don't think anybody can argue that this motherfucking order or the original order that, these are clearly unconstitutional orders. No ands, if, or, but, period. A period stop. All right? But the deal is, though, they just don't care. They don't care that the order is unconstitutional. And Judge John Broden had an opportunity to to dismiss the order but did not. Okay, now here are the places where I am persona non grata, meaning I am not welcome at, okay? Is the County City building located at 227 West Lafayette Boulevard, South Bend, Indiana, 46601. Okay, blah, blah. Courthouse located at 1112 South Lafayette Boulevard, South Bend, Indiana, 46601. Okay, a courthouse 1, 101 South Main Street, South Bend, Indiana. Mishawaka County Services Annex. That means I can't go to Mishawaka either. 219 Lincoln Way West. Courthouse fucking 3, that's around a back of a felony court. Located at 129 South Main Street, South Bend, Indiana. Now, here's the kicker, folks. Here's where I fucking got their balls in a vice that I'm gonna squeeze until it's ball juice. And the St. Joseph County Jail, located at 40. It is sad that I know the jail's address. I have it memorized. 401 West Sample, South Bend, Indiana, 46601. Very unfortunate. So basically, if we jump from Section 6, subsection A, 3, all the way back up to Section 5, subsection F, all contact from the defendant regarding legitimate St. Joseph County business shall be directed to the head of courthouse and building a security. That is a la defendant Todd Shepard, to contacting any employee or other protected persons, or entering the workplace of any employee. Okay, so basically, if we jump back down to Section 6, subsection A3, that, Section 6, subsection A1, John Butler, employee is an attorney of St. Joseph County. So that means that the jail staff are protected people. So the jail staff are all protected people. So, meaning that I cannot go to jail, okay? So, basically, this order gives me carte blanche to do anything I want that does not get the state or the federal government involved. As long as it is a county-specific, state county-specific charge, and the state doesn't take it over specifically, then then I cannot be prosecuted. Nor can I, receive any type of any punishment, because I can't go to jail unless I call Todd Shepard, and I'm not calling Todd Shepard. So then I'm in violation of the order for not calling Todd Shepard prior to going to jail, but yet, how do you enforce the order? This is what lawyers like to refer to as a pile of steaming fucking horseshit. Meaning, that there's so much horseshit that you cannot ever clean it up, okay? Meaning that you can never enforce this order. It's a unenforceable order, okay? So, those who tuned in at the beginning of this, I will read you the statement from a licensed bar member, my attorney, Alan Saranac, who basically said he doesn't fucking understand this goddamn order. Okay, I will reread it so all this makes, a contextual sense. And I just made that up, by the way. Write that down, bitches. Okay, dear Kyle, attached, please find a copy of the court order issued under date of January 7th, yesterday, 2019. Okay, I must admit, now this is coming from Alan Saranac, a licensed attorney. Keep that in mind, okay? For, I believe, 15, 20 years. He knows the law. on the days he chooses to know the law. But overall, he knows the law. I must admit, it was not what I was expecting. And quite frankly, is a little... Excuse me. And quite frankly, is more than a little confusing. Now, this is coming from a licensed attorney who's handling the matter. And he doesn't get it. You know, I just actually farted. So, that my farts are real. They just came out of my ass. They came, through my colon. And, it vibrated, through my ass cheeks and traveled down my leg a little bit. Okay? I felt it. It's real. It can be proven that it exists. Okay? And I start talking about farts and, my viewership goes down. That's excellent. But, you have a licensed attorney who doesn't understand it. So my attorney goes on to say, it would appear, so he doesn't even know. He's assuming. He's assuming this may be the case, but he doesn't fucking know. It would appear that the court has affirmed, meaning that they have upheld the unconstitutional court order from October 6th of 2017. Get off my screen, NFL! It would appear that the court has affirmed the previously entered workplace protective order against you. Now, he's not even sure, though. A licensed bar member is not even sure of what that means. He's interpreting, and he doesn't even fucking know. So, here's the deal. If my attorney doesn't even understand it, how can he properly advise me, the client? That specific point is taught in law school. That if you cannot properly understand the information yourself, then how can you advise your client properly? Thus, this is a constitutionally... Dude, there's no way that my iPhone can fit inside my prison wallet. Dude, my prison wallet is not used for entry, dude. I'm sorry, but in no way. That would kill me. Horrible. So the attorney doesn't fucking understand it. I most certainly don't understand it. Okay, so basically, I'm not allowed at the jail, etc. Now we get to Section 6, subsection A5, where basically Judge John Broden is mildly reiterating what Larry Ambrose said. So I don't know if this is so much a modification. I'll have to get the other order and really go through it, because the other order was a little lengthier. You're incorrect about that, Pugface, and I can talk to you about that at some other time. But just because you have a bar license, or that you're a bar member, doesn't mean you're competent. Same with the doctor. Just because you are an MD doesn't mean you're qualified to do a neurosurgery. So that's a fucking bullshit argument, and you should know better, Pugsley. And just for that, you get put in timeout, because that is blasphemy. That is fucking bullshit you just put on my channel. Hold on a moment. Anyway, okay, so I'm back here. So back to section 6, subsection A. No, excuse. I'm so pissed off. Section 6, subsection A5. Let's see. These restrictions do not apply. There's my favorite lesbian. Hugs and lisses and kisses and sucks of clits to all. Mwah. La la la. Let me see here. Okay, these restrictions do not apply when defendant has previously contacted head of courthouse security, a la a defendant in federal civil lawsuit, Todd Shepard. I'm channeling my inner Eric Brandt, and building security to arrange appropriate arrangements for entering a county property, included but not limited to the buildings listed. Okay, so in 6A3. Okay, now did you just catch that, folks? Maybe I'll read it again because maybe you missed it. I did not because that's why I'm your daddy. Everybody grab onto a nipple and do not chafe me. I'm tired of getting chafed by your fucking molars, motherfuckers. It hurts. Swine has feelings. Swine lies. Swine lives matter too. Hashtag swine lives matters too. Okay. Um. Okay, so these restrictions do not apply when defendant has previously contacted head of courthouse security and building security, a la Todd Shepard, to arrange appropriate arrangements for entering county property, including but not limited to the buildings listed. So that means that I'm barred from other county property, and say if I go to the South Bend International Airport, then I'm in violation of this order, and thus can be brought up on more contempt charges. So I need to go to the South Bend Airport, buy a ticket to test two theories. I believe that Jackie Laworski, a congresswoman of the second district, has put me on the terrorism watch list and the no-fly list. So I could actually kill, three morons with one semen. Yeah. So I don't even know where these other places are. This is a constitutionally vague. It's constitutionally overbroad. It violates my entire First Amendment right. Um, one can make the argument there's a Fifth and a 14th Amendment violation here. And yeah, so I don't understand it. A licensed attorney has told you and me that he doesn't get it. And then we got at the end here, dated 1-7 2019, approved in order by Honorable John Broden, Judge. Now, are you guys aware of something? That Judge John Broden, he still has his law license. So he's an active attorney. So in the state of Indiana, you have to pay, I think, so much every year to keep your law license active, and then through the course of your actions, that will determine if you keep it in good standing. Okay, where the fuck is page 2? Where the fuck is my? Okay, wait, that's fucking go here. Put it a little. Okay, put this on top. Okay, dokie. Yeah, and so this fucking judge is he's a licensed, a lawyer. So he knows better than to do this shit. Also, I'm trying, he got timed out, a Ranger horse. He was, trying to tell you guys a whole bunch of lies and bullshit, and I can't tolerate that on my channel. But anyway, I believe there is a conflict with Judge John Broden, because if you Google Judge John Broden through his Wikipedia page and other information, it will tell you that before Mr. Broden became a elected judge in St. Joseph County, he used to be a part of a law firm, and that law firm, I believe, is Kaplan something or other. Well, that specific law firm is the same law firm who, wait for it, wait for it, wait, don't get anxious, wait for it, wait. You're being impatient, little piglets. You're not waiting. Is the attorneys that represent the town of New Carlisle. So why is that pertinent? Because I have had long-standing battles with Andrea Kaplan, who is the managing, well, one of the partners in that law firm, and it probably is, but he doesn't have to come back. I mean, there's law, there's no law that says he has to fucking come back. Um. Anyway, so, and also, I have an active federal lawsuit against the town of New Carlisle. So, I can't get anybody from the law firm to tell me if he still is a financial partner or has some interest in that law firm. Even if he doesn't have an interest in a law firm, I can still claim there's a conflict because he's friends with those motherfuckers, and I have, done some things to them, verbally that have been highly unpleasant. And so, there's definitely a conflict of interest. And if my attorney doesn't do the things I want him to do, then I'm going to have to do them in Superior Court my fucking self. But Alan Saranac, I've told you to file an injunction. Multiple, do we have bitches beefing? Do we got bitches fighting over me? Ooh, this is interesting. I don't even know why these bitches are fighting, but keep fighting, bitches! Keep fighting over your daddy! Hugs and kisses. Yeah, so there's a conflict, and yeah, basically I just got on here to apprise you, a little piglets, of the situation. Um, a ranger horse doesn't like me. A ranger horse doesn't like what I represent, and he will not donate to me. He doesn't like me. He'll donate to Bal, who's a fucking scam artist, and who has basically, paid for his house and lifestyle through, basically Bal's job is to do, 3 or 4 lives a day, and, if Bal makes $150 a day, dude, that's a good day. And it's all fucking, a tax free. And, that's how Bao makes his fucking living. Yeah. Well, you are fighting over me right now. I'm so, irresistible that you bitches be fighting. Horrible, 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 but very flattering. Anyway, you guys, I got to do some more stuff today, so you guys have a lovely, lovely evening. If you are entering a strange vagina, always use protection. If you are... Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to a ranger horse donating. I'll take his money because his spends as much as anybody else. But, he doesn't have to donate to me. I mean, it's his money and he doesn't have to donate. So if Ranger Horse doesn't like me, he doesn't have to donate. There's nothing that says he has to donate. This is America. So, anyway, I thank you for all the support and the lesbians who support the swine, and the lesbians, who all over the United States and in Guam are fighting over me now. Excellent. I need to videotape all of this. I don't do Discord, Sue. I told you I would do the interview, but I don't see the need for me to take the time to go onto Discord. I hear all these people chirping about it. Oh, Discord this. Oh, Discord this. Oh, Discord, Discord. And I just don't have the inclination to, to go figure it out. Maybe, one of these days or nights, I'll be completely bored with nothing to do. And then I'll say, hey, what's this Discord? But until that